This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through this 2017 Riverstone fifth wheel, and the model number is 37RL. Okay, so this is kind of a how-to video. I'm just going to show you some of the features, how they work. Okay, so we'll start at the door side rear. We have 2 awnings plus slide toppers. You have, let me look around here, you have a automatic leveling system with 6 jacks on it, so it's a 6-point automatic leveling system. You have a keyless lock if you choose to use it. Let's see what we have here. If I can do this with one hand. Okay. Alright, your pass-through basement. 2 30-pounders. Outside speakers. Dryer vent. Okay. Let me just peek in here if I can do it one-handed again. See what we have here. Just storage. And then you have your battery compartment here. Okay. Come over here, and here, this is your water here. This is your inverter. Okay. Inverter is the opposite of conversion. Inversion is starting with 12 volt DC and inverting it to 120 AC. So I would say that this one will run the refrigerator off your battery while you're pulling it down the road. The tow vehicle charges the battery, the 12 volt DC battery. It puts the inputs into here. It's inverted to 120 AC and set to your refrigerator. Alrighty. And then this is just the usual here. You have a kill switch for the battery. You have your tanks, a hookup for water, and then you have the different configurations. It's all self-evident here. City water is the most common, obviously. If you don't have any city water and you're boondocking a bit, you can power fill your tank with this configuration and then switch it to pump from the tank in this configuration, winterizing and sanitizing. So it does it all. This is where your city water hooks up right here, and this is your black tank flush. Now remember, like it says on this sticker here, this is your black tank. It says on that sticker, always have the black tank valve open before you turn the water on for your black tank flush. That way it's not going to build up too much pressure. Okay. And this is I don't even open it. Well, I guess I will. Let me show you the switch. This is an on-demand water heater. Keep in mind, this is the on-off switch here. It's off right now because it's winter time. You don't, once it's on, the controls are inside, obviously, but it's good to know that that's there in case you can't get any power and you can't figure out why. It's generally because, or it can be because that's not turned on. All right, that's just the vent for the furnace. Your sewer outlet's down here. There's going to be, I think, a controller for your, let me look here. I guess, or let me start here. Nope. Maybe here. See if I can open it. Okay. Yeah, there it is there. So this is, let me get some light. Oh, no light. Are we not plugged in? Yeah, we're plugged in. Oh, it's probably shut off. There we go. I'd imagine this is your docking light here. So this is the controller for your leveling. The directions are right here. Keep in mind, you may have owned these before, but in case you haven't, the 2 functions you'll use is auto level, which after you hook it up, pull the tow vehicle from underneath the trailer, you push auto level and it levels it, right? The other one you're going to use is you go to the scroll down and you go to okay. That's auto retract. Let me see here. Oh, this is retract here. So you want to use the one that calls that's manual mode. There you can operate the jacks independently of each other. Let me look around here. I should have looked before I spoke. Auto retract, and then we have retract. Well, I have to, generally there's a command that says hitch height, auto hitch height. It doesn't say that specifically, although you can't retract here. That the auto retract, I didn't prep this one, so the auto retract may be hitch height. Matter of fact, there's a good chance it is. So that's how you retract it. If you retract all, it'll usually say retract all, that will nosedive the trailer, which won't hurt anything unless you got something underneath the front, so always make sure it's clear. But one of these commands should return it to the hitch height, return it to the position it was in right before you auto leveled. So that's not carved in stone now. This is a 2017. I didn't prep it, but to my knowledge, that's pretty much how all these LCIs work, so keep that in mind anyway. So you can auto level, you can go to manual mode and operate the tank or the jacks independently of each other and retract, and there's your directions there, okay? And here is your hydraulics, and there's your reservoir line right there. Okay, so moving down, this here, it has a slide top right, but that thing is the vent for your range hood. Now you can't see it very well because of it's dark out and this camera doesn't pick it up very well, but there's two little tabs on it that you can push up with your finger or thumb, and it'll free up the baffle so it flaps freely. If you're going to be venting to the outside, if you're cooking and venting to the outside, you always want to make that flap freely so it vents. Otherwise you can snap it shut. You obviously have to get on I have to get on something, a ladder or something, but you can keep it shut when you're traveling or in storage, but if you're venting to the outside, you want it to flap freely. This is a 50 amp system, so you get the 50 amp cord, you pull it out, and you push to retract. So you release it by pushing the switch down, and then you push retract, and it reels it in, okay? But you do pull it out. You have a ladder, which makes it easy to inspect your roof. Every 90 days or so you should inspect the roof, make sure there's no crack in your separation where water could get through, make sure there's no damage to the roofing attachments by low branches and that sort of thing. Camera. Okay. We also give you a 50 to 30 adapter that's right here. So in case you only have 30 amp service, you can adapt it down, and then you get another one, you can adapt it down to 20. Of course, you can't run your air conditioners off 20 amps, but if you just plug it in to pack it up or something, that's no problem. So you can actually go down to 20 with a small puck type adapter. All right, so let's go inside here. We're locked, but I have keys. Oh, it's getting cold out again. Yesterday was not bad. Okay, let's see if I can get this in here. Yes, I can. Okay, here we go. So when we first come in the door, that's obviously your carbon monoxide LP gas detector right there. It should always be green. If not green, get it serviced. It's very important, obviously. Now I showed you the inverter out there. This is the converter. This does the opposite. This starts with 120 AC. You can see the circuit breakers here, just like you have at home probably, and they're labeled. Those are 120 AC circuit breakers. Then the AC power is converted to 12 volt DC here. So you got 12 volt fuses here, and they're all labeled. So that's where the DC power comes from in the trailer. It's also a battery charger, so as long as you're plugged into shore power, it's going to be charging your battery for you. So when you're pulling down the road, your tow vehicle charges the battery. When you're plugged in, this power converter charges the battery. Okay? Alright. Okay, let's find the lights here. I suppose it's in here. Nope. It's going to be one of these. No. Oh, here we go. Okay. So, we'll just tap it, see what happens. Or this one, you push it there, I believe. There we go. So, I'm not going to go through everything because it's so self-evident, okay? You can also operate your leveling system from here. So, you can do it here. Let me see the commands to see. It's the same thing probably. I just want to make sure. Auto retract. Yeah, it just says auto retract, so you'll have to look into it yourself. I can talk to the person who prepped it, and when you pick up, we can clear it up. But that puzzles me just a little bit. But it is a 2017. This is for your fantastic fan up there. It operates the lid and the fan. This is your inverter, right? You can actually shut it off if you want. But if you're cooling down your refrigerator using 12 volt DC, then you obviously want it on. Or inverting 12 volt DC to 120 AC. I'm going to shut it off because there's no reason to run it when you don't have it, when you don't need it. So I'm shutting it off right there. You have to hold the button for a few seconds to get it to respond. When it comes back to this, let's see where we're at here. Kids, excuse me, I'm sorry. How do we get back here? It should be simple. But I'm not having success. Whoop, 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 stop. Stop it. Okay. Now all you can see is auto leveling now because I accidentally pushed the button. I'm trying to get back to home. Let's see, where's the one that says stop? Function aborted. Oh, I just passed it. Function aborted, press enter. Oh, no, function aborted. Boy, I tell you. I'm not gonna end up camper of the year with that. But it looks like it stopped, so. Okay. Don't do what I did. Okay, your awnings here, landing gear in the front so you can operate that independently. Your lighting, which we'll go to, and we'll push whatever we need to here. It's on. Okay. Let's see here. I should have prepped it. I should have went over it because I didn't prep it, like I said, but that's not no excuse. But apparently they have manually shut the lights off. You can do it automatically, obviously, from the panel. But I'll just do this because I'm in the middle of this thing and I don't want to just mess around with it while I'm trying to show you this. Okay. What are they telling me here? Okay. The master light, but it said it was on. Let me shut it off. Okay, so I turned the master on, and the other ones are all, that makes sense now. The other ones are all off because I just hit the master. So that lit everything up. Okay. This goes to show you. Okay, this is your monitor for your backup camera. Of course, this is all self-evident. You have theater seats. They are powered. Isn't that yeah, they're powered. This is a hide-a-bed here, I believe. Let's see. Yep, it turns into a bed. You have a sound bar, obviously, and a TV and a sound system. So the sound system has Bluetooth, AM/FM radio. You can stream from your. It's got a USB drive, so you can put all your MP3s on one USB drive and take them with you, that sort of thing. And there's going to be remotes here somewhere. Here we go. All your remotes. This is the fireplace remote here. I think we're plugged in, I believe. Let's see here. The remote, of course, is doing nothing for me. Is that the right one? Yeah. Let me look at the battery box, or the compartment, see what's in there. Oh, no battery. Okay, well, I'll take care of that for you. So the fireplace, you can change it has a fan in it, so it's a space heater. You can change the intensity of the fire, that sort of thing. It also has a timer. Here's the switch right here. It took me that long to find it. But yeah, so it has a timer. You can change the fire. It has a fan, so it's also a space heater. Okay. and it has a remote also. Dishwasher, works like any other dishwasher. You have a convection cooktop here. You have to have the special pans for it. Of course, your microwave here, which is a convection microwave also. And to operate, I told you about opening the vent on the outside. Well, the fan is operated from this panel right here, okay? Alrighty. Everything else is pretty self-evident, I think. Let me look around a bit here, we'll move on. This is your vacuum system here. Bathroom. Sink and shower work like any other sink and shower. The toilet itself has to have water and chemical in it when you start using it. So if you've dumped your black tank, when you get to the campground, you hook up your power and your water, you'll go in there, you'll put a dose of chemical right in the bowl. You'll step on the pedal and hold it down till at least a gallon of water goes into the tank below, along with the chemical. You can't use less than a gallon, but it's okay to use more. Some people use a couple, whatever. So that's important. If you don't use chemical and water, it'll get clogged up, it'll smell terrible, and it'll just be a mess. So make sure you do that. This is your controller. It's shut off right now, but this is your on-demand water. So this just changes it from Fahrenheit to Celsius, back and forth. This is your on-off switch here. This sets your temperature. It's usually set 115 to 120 degrees. So it'll tell you what it's set up as soon as you turn it on, right? It also has a safety in it. If there's no water source available, if you're not hooked up to city water and it's turned on, or you don't have water in your tank with the pump turned on, it will not light. It won't light because it doesn't want to damage itself. So if you don't have a water source, it's not broken. You just got to get it hooked up. When you turn it on, first it'll show you the picture of it'll tell you the degrees, 115, 120, whatever. You can change it if you like. And then it'll show you a wheel spinning. It'll show you the flame, lighting. And when that happens, it's any of the taps, you turn on the hot water, and you'll get instant hot water. I mean, there's probably 2 seconds, 3 second delay, whatever. But hot water nevertheless. This is for your fan in the ceiling. GFCI, all the plugs in the trailer, there's a couple of them in here, but all the plugs in the trailer, even the ones that are regular plugs, are wired through a GFCI. So if you're outside and you're using something that pops, it's going to be reset in here at one of the GFCIs, okay? Alright, always lock your shower doors in this position when you're traveling, otherwise they'll bounce around and they can break. If you keep this locked, or latched, whatever, it'll never break. Okay. It's off to a slow start, but I'm getting back on task right now. So this is the same, obviously another fireplace, same controls over there, and is there a secret compartment? Yeah, and so there's a top secret compartment here, and they've got your vacuum attachments in there. Let's see what happens here. Is there? Oh, I don't know. I'm not going to force it. Always latch the sliding doors when you're traveling. Again, they'll get broken if you don't. But here you have your washer dryer. Dryer on top, washer on the bottom. I showed you the vent outside. There's the valves. Okay. Let me close this one off. And we'll look over here and see what we've got. Okay. Just storage. I mean, not storage, wardrobe. Okay. I want to open this up because it's awful heavy. What they've done, they've put a foam. I haven't looked at it, but I can tell by how heavy it is. It's some kind of well, maybe not foam, but it's a heavy mattress, not the normal one that comes with it. There we go. Okay, that's what I was looking for. You have 2 chairs, folding chairs under there for your dinette. So you have 2 sitting out right now, and then these 2 folders are underneath the bed. Okay, that's good. I think that covers it. Your thermostat is, again, it works like they all do. You're going to turn it on. You're going to go poke through the mode. find the right zone, zone 1 generally. Go through the mode till you find what you want. Heat, which is your propane furnace, or AC, which is our air conditioners, obviously. And you can set the temperature and all the usual stuff, okay? Alrighty. So, I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit. Remember what I said about inspecting the roof, you know, every 90 days or so to make sure it's in good shape. Right now this is winterized, so there's no water in the system. It's all antifreeze, so you're all set for the winter, okay? And you'll have more questions when you pick it up, and we'll go through it with you and make sure you have a full understanding, okay? Thank you.